Hi there, my name is Allison Tibbs, and I want to create a video to just talk a little bit more about Beachbody coaching and really to understand for you if Beachbody coaching is really something that's for you and something that you really would want to do. So I want to create this video just to talk a little bit more about Beachbody. My name is Allison Tibbs, and I'm a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody. I've been a coach for almost 4 years. I started in October of 2010, and to be honest, when I became a Beachbody coach, I kind of coasted for a long time for multiple reasons. I think one, I got my first promotion pretty quickly, and I kind of just coasted at that level because it was just enough to cover some expenses and to make some money, but I wasn't really serious about making Beachbody a full-time business. So I wasn't working it as much as I would have, and looking back now, if I would have put the same effort and tenacity in the business that I do today, I can only imagine where I would be now. But everything happens for a reason. Timing is everything, and I'm so grateful for my story of Beachbody coaching and where it's brought me to from October of 2010 to right now as a Star Diamond coach, where this is my full-time income, and I love everything about it. A little bit more about the timing. So I told you that I coasted at Emerald, which is the first rank advancement in Beachbody. I coasted at that for about 2.5 years. But last July, I had some major life challenges and obstacles and crises that happened that really kind of knocked me right on my butt, and I was in a point where I had to make some serious decisions and had to make some very difficult decisions about the direction that I wanted my life to go. I was at a point where I had no money. I wasn't really able to pay, basic expenses. I was juggling between credit card to credit card to credit card, try to pay bills and do different things, and it was stressing me out, and I was just so annoyed and frustrated that I got myself to that point. But the only thing that remained consistent was the weekly checks that were coming in from Beachbody. And at that time, they weren't fantastic, but it was just enough to provide me to be able to pay the bills and to do the things I needed to do. And that was when the first light bulb clicked for me. Then I went to our annual Beachbody Coach Summit, and it was my first time actually going to that summit. And there's like 9,000 coaches all there. We're doing training sessions, we're doing live workouts, there's networking, there are parties, you get to connect with your team, and it was such a great event. But I remember being in the crowd at the MGM Grand Arena, and there was thousands and thousands of coaches, and I was watching people get up on stage and hearing all these stories about these successful coaches that started right around the time that I did, and I looked at where they were, and I looked at where I was, and I realized that if they can do it, so can I. I realized that this was truly an opportunity that I was, for lack of better words, just like sleeping on. I wasn't really giving it the full attention that it needed. And so I told myself last year, I said, I'm going to be on that stage and I'm going to make Beachbody my full-time income. I didn't know how that was going to happen. I knew it was a lofty goal and a lofty dream, but I did it anyway. I said it, I put it out there, and that's when the work began. Over the next 60 days, I worked my butt off, just trying to learn as much as I could from the top coaches in the company, learning all about the programs and the products. I pretty much treated myself like I was a brand new coach in the business. And within 60 days, I jumped 2 promotions and I hit Diamond. And that was really where things began to change and to shift for me. And I was really excited about that. So my journey with Beachbody has been a little bit different than most people's because, I didn't get success right off the bat. But once I really figured out that this was something that I wanted and I tapped into my goals, and at that point I really needed to change my life, and Beachbody gave me that opportunity. So now I want to talk a little bit about how I got introduced to Beachbody. So I started my own health and fitness journey after years of dealing with mental illness. I was severely depressed, had low self-esteem, low self-confidence. I was suicidal. I had anxiety attacks and panic attacks. Because of that, or I don't really know, but in that circle, I also wasn't taking care of myself. So my diet was really bad. I wasn't sleeping well. I was constantly stressed out with work. Things were just, on a downward spiral, and I ended up going to the doctor for a series of tests because my health was seriously declining. And my doctor basically told me, if you don't start taking care of yourself, your body's going to shut down on you. And when someone tells you that, it makes you realize what you really want for your life. And I didn't want a life that was going to be limited by my own abilities. I didn't want my life to be keeping me back because I neglected to take care of myself. I think that in anything in life, no matter where you are, or no matter what you do, wherever you currently are in your situation, 9 times out of 10, it's because of choices and habits and decisions that you've made that have led you to that point. My sickness and my health issues were because even though I was dealing with mental illness, I wasn't doing the work that needed to be done to kind of get out of that stage. I wasn't, I knew that taking care of your body actually helps with mental illness and helps with depression and some of those things, but I chose not to do it. And so when I was faced with the decision to make, either choose life or choose a life that wouldn't be one worth living, I chose to fight for my life. So I got into health and to fitness. I started working out. I went to Crunch Fitness, got a membership, started working out with one of my friends named Tiffany. We worked out in Brooklyn together, and I started cooking more meals at home, and I started taking those meals and eating them for lunch instead of going out. I cut out the sugar and all of the junk, and I started to see my body change and my energy level change, and I was happier and I felt better. But people started to notice. People started noticing the change that was happening. I was just a much more pleasant person to be around. I wasn't crying all the time. My skin cleared up, so I wasn't kind of like gross to look at. Things were just starting to change. I felt better. I felt stronger. I felt more confident in myself. And like my doctors were really impressed with the improvements that I was making, and people started asking me, well, what are you doing? What workouts are you doing? And what types of food should I be eating? And I want to eat what you eat. And so I started to go to social media, and I started to post my workouts and posting my meals and posting motivational stuff to keep people inspired and, to kind of keep me accountable to my own fitness and health journey. And then a woman named Brittany, she found me on Twitter, and, we started talking about a lot of different things, and we were connecting over fitness and connecting over some of our hobbies. We both were cheerleading coaches and a lot of different things that we were talking about. And, we then moved from Twitter to Facebook, and I got to learn a little bit more about her, and she got to learn a little bit more about me. And from there, the opportunity of Beachbody coaching came up, and she invited me to a webinar, and I watched it, and I was very, very intrigued by it for many different reasons, to see really positive and energetic people, to talk about things that I was already doing, and seeing people paying off debt and being their own boss and being an entrepreneur off of health and fitness and helping people to reach their health and fitness goals. It was pretty much like, oh my gosh, this seems perfect. But within anything, I had my own hesitations and my own objections about Beachbody coaching and all that stuff. I mean, first of all, at that time when I was introduced to the Beachbody opportunity, I was actually working on building my own marketing company that I'd been, really digging in. I quit my corporate job at the age of 25. I left corporate America, one, because it was stressing me out like crazy. I wasn't really happy. I wasn't fulfilled in that job, and I decided to go off and do my own thing. So I was working on building my own marketing company, and I really was afraid that taking focus away from that company would maybe sacrifice or sabotage the progress that I was making. But at the same time, I was also dumping thousands of dollars into that business to make it run, and it was really stressing me out. And it was kind of one of those moments where I quit my job in corporate America to start my own business because I was stressed and wasn't living the quality of life I wanted. And here I was actually in a worse situation because I was now living off savings. I had to cash in my 401k. I was, basically spending all my money to keep the business going. I had to move in with my parents to save money because I couldn't really afford a lot of the different luxuries that I needed to, and with starting a business. So I was kind of conflicted about, do I start another venture or do I stick with the marketing company and go there? Two, Beachbody is a network marketing company, and I had seen a ton of people in my network who were now part of network marketing and direct sales, and they were like really creepy. They would send me messages like, hey, Allison, I have this presentation. I would love to get your feedback on it. And I would, watch the presentation. It'd be a 45-minute presentation about, things that I weren't I wasn't passionate about, and things that didn't really make sense, and it was very like sleazy, and I didn't like the approach that they had, and it really made me feel just gross. It made me feel gross because they were trying to be slick and fly, and that just to me was an integrity issue for me. So I was like, I don't want to be classified as one of those people. I didn't want to hassle my friends and family and chase them around to buy stuff from me, because I was horrible at sales. One of the reasons why I quit corporate America, I was in a marketing and sales position for a good chunk of my corporate career, which was only about 4 years, but still. And I was horrible at sales. I was horrible at that part of the business. It gave me anxiety, and it was just like super stressful. I didn't like the quotas, and I didn't like the pressure. And I just always felt like I was, I don't know, but it just didn't give me a good feeling. And I ended up moving out of the sales department and moving into human resources because I liked working with people a lot more than working with clients on tight budgets and different things like that. So I already knew that sales wasn't my forte. And, I just didn't know. I mean, network marketing was something that just seemed just so far-fetched and something that had a negative connotation and a bad taste in my mouth. But as you can tell, I still decided to be a coach. I actually signed up that night after watching the webinar with all my hesitations. I spoke with Brittany more about it, and at the end of the day, I was already doing what these successful coaches were doing. I was already on my own health and fitness journey. I was already helping other people. I was posting about it, talking about it. It was becoming a passion of mine. And one of the things about entrepreneurship is, you should do something that you're passionate about and then use that as a vehicle to make an income and to improve your quality of life. So it was kind of like, why am I not doing this and making money from this? Because at the current moment, all the money I was making from my marketing company was going right back into my marketing company. It wasn't going to me. So I had to do all these odd jobs. I was, cheerleading coaching. I was teaching dance at various middle schools and high schools. I was doing workshops on marketing. I was doing whatever I could to make some extra income just so I could pay for gas and groceries and to have somewhat of a social life. So it was like, why not? Why not just try something else to supplement my income? If I love it, awesome. If I fail at it, well, I still have my marketing company that may take a little bit longer to get success, but it's totally worth a try. And I knew that I could quit and cancel my coaching membership or coaching account at any given time with no penalties. So I said, you know what? Why not? So I became a coach, and I think 4 years later, there are some really significant reasons why I stayed a coach. One, because it's so much fun. I mean, to be honest, I never thought in a million years that this business and this opportunity would give me a chance to just enjoy what I do. I love the people that I work with. I love the company. I get to wake up every day and I help people, and I can truly see my efforts make an impact on someone's life. I get emails and text messages and phone calls and video chats from people showing me and telling me their progress and their results and how they've been able to change their eating habits and how they've been able to lose weight and how they've been able to get more confidence. And for the first time in 20 years, they're able to wear a bikini with confidence, that their marriage is better, that their relationship with their kids and their grandkids is better because they have the energy to spend time with them. Actually, yesterday, one of my friends who actually became a coach, she just got back from the doctor, and the doctor took her off her medication, like her blood pressure medication, because she's been eating healthy and working out, and she's been working with other people. So it's just such an amazing feeling to know that your life and what you do matters in a very big way. You don't even understand how awesome that is. So that's one thing that I love about it. Financial freedom. I've been able to pay off debt. We get paid every single week. And, last July I was in a really bad financial situation, but because of my weekly checks that come with Beachbody, every single week I put money away to either pay off a credit card, or I put it into my savings, or I invest it. And that has really been able to turn my financial situation almost completely around. And by the end of this year, I will be, if not 100%, like 99, 98% debt-free. And that's something I never thought could happen, especially in a short amount of time that I was. So when you take that pressure of credit card debt and creditors calling you and all these things happening, and to know that if I want to go out to dinner, I don't have to worry about like checking my bank account first, or you know, when I was able to buy my computer and not even think about it. My computer like was being super slow, and I said, you know what, I'm going to Apple and I'm buying a new computer, and it wasn't even like a hesitation. I was able to go on a trip to Mexico. I had some girlfriends going on a trip to celebrate our 30th birthdays, and I didn't know if I could afford it, and you know, then I looked at my bank account. I'm like, wait a minute, I can afford spending $600 to go on a trip, and the trip was in 2 weeks. But I bought my ticket. I went to Mexico for a week with my girlfriends, and it was one of the best trips I've ever had because I wasn't worried about money. For me, I was always, for the past 4 or 5 years, money was always something I'd always struggled with and worried about and had anxiety over. And now I don't have that. I can work from anywhere. I can work in my home. I can work at Starbucks. I can work anywhere. I've worked on airplanes, on trains. I've worked on the beaches of Mexico. I've worked on cruise ships. I've worked in the desert in Sedona. I've worked, I mean, all over, because as long as I have Wi-Fi or my cell phone or my computer or a phone, or just if I want to meet new people, I can run my business from anywhere. And that gives me flexibility in my life, that I'm not chained down to one place and I can change scenery. The opportunity to travel more because I have more free time. I work about 2 to 4 hours a day. That's like pretty much the average. Sometimes I work more depending on if I want to work a little bit harder, because in this business, what you put into it is what you get out of it. But for new coaches, you can get your job done in about 30 minutes a day. So, you know, just having more free time to do other things is really awesome. And then plus Beachbody is great. It's a great company. They're just an awesome company. I've been able to go on cruises, and I get to travel to Las Vegas. I've had all expenses paid trips. Next year I'm going to Mexico for a week. I've gotten free gifts, free, you know, shirts and workout stuff. This is something really cool that I love, is my Shanti bobblehead that I got. Just a lot of really cool things that you get for being a part of Beachbody. So, you know, it's just a lot of fun. I really can't, you know, talk bad about it. My favorite part about coaching is really just being surrounded by amazing people and being able to work with people. I love my team. I love my coaches. I love my customers and my clients. I love the people that are in my accountability groups. A lot of these people have become my best friends. I share with them things I haven't shared with anyone. I have developed relationships with people where we pray together and we fast together. We read books. We have book clubs, and you know, we talk about our problems, and it's not just Beachbody, but personal things. We go on trips together. We do tons of really awesome stuff. And there are people all over the country that I never would have gotten to know. And it's amazing when you surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are motivated, people that are goal-driven, people that are really excited about life and passionate, people that have big goals and dreams. And it's infectious, because when you're surrounded, you know, you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend your time with and that you connect with on a daily basis. So if you're spending time with negative people and really like, you know, pessimistic people and people that don't have goals and people that are really just not that great at, you know, in their relationships, and they don't really invest in themselves, well, you're going to actually go down to their level. Very rarely will you bring up people to your level. So when you become better and you improve yourself, you attract more people, like-minded people, and it just makes you stronger and better collectively and individually. So I love the person that I've become because of Beachbody. I'm more organized, I'm more disciplined, I'm more consistent, I'm more committed, I'm more focused, I'm, you know, more positive. I, you know, just look at life very differently because of Beachbody. So I think that's my favorite part about it, is the people and who I've become being a part of this company. My least favorite thing about coaching, it's probably that you consistently have to do things that push you outside of your comfort zone. And I'll say it's my least favorite thing because I'm a human being, and human nature, we like to be comfortable. And when we're pushed outside of our comfort zone, it can be a scary thing. It can be a frustrating thing. It can be something that really makes us fearful and afraid because it's something brand new. And with Beachbody and being a coach, everything in this business, it's all about becoming better and reaching out of your comfort zone. So when you first start as a new coach, your probably main thing is just to learn as much about the company and to get comfortable in that before you go off to talk to someone about Shakeology or a program or joining a group. But once you learn the programs and the products and you make that commitment, then you move on to starting to build up your business through groups. And that's something you have to do. That's something that's brand new. So you have to learn that. And then you have to learn about how to be a leader and start building your team. Then you have to learn how to be even a better leader. And you have to learn how to do all these different things. So every single time that you're moving in your business, you kind of increase and you step out of your comfort zone. And that's where success happens. You know that, right? That your comfort zone, that's where mediocrity lives. But if you want success, you have to constantly step out of that. And as you grow, your comfort level expands. So you have to constantly move out of that comfort level. And that can be difficult for people. But if your comfort level keeps expanding, that means that you're growing tons of skills and abilities and talents and things. So you're more confident, you're more competent, you're more able to do the things that are required of you, and every time you're reaching a little bit further. It's like with your health and fitness. You can't say you want to lose weight, but keep eating McDonald's cheeseburgers every single day. You have to step out of your comfort zone and try to eat vegetables and quinoa and drink more water and do these things. But every time that you say, okay, I'm going to cut out the sweets, your level of comfort gets bigger. Okay, now that's not a problem. Now let me cut out the fast food. Now let me cut out the soda. Now let me cut out the negative self-talk that keeps me from moving forward. So you become this person that's super, super healthy and fit, and you've incorporated all these great habits. That's how it is with Beachbody coaching. So it's one of my least favorite things, but it's something that definitely benefits me. So I want you to understand that about Beachbody coaching. We're not expecting you to be perfect, because I'm the least from perfect and I make mistakes all the time, but I learn from it because I'm constantly challenging myself to step outside of my comfort zone. And if my business isn't going the way I want it to go, I have to go back and say, have I stepped out of my comfort zone? Have I done something different or more today to make me become a better coach and to reach my goals? If I can't answer yes to that, then I know that I have to step out of my comfort zone to really take things to the next level. My biggest surprise with Beachbody coaching really would be, I didn't really think that I could make a full-time income and to really support myself financially with Beachbody. I just didn't. I thought I was, that the people that were successful were an exception to the rule, and that it wasn't possible. But it is possible, and it's possible because if you commit to making this business a business and treat it like a business, and you make the commitment every single day, I think in success, the people who are successful in anything are the people that don't neglect the things that are the most important to do every single day. In Beachbody, we have something called the 3 vital behaviors. And the 3 vital behaviors is something that we use that every single successful coach in the company, and I've studied many of the successful coaches in the company, and all of them will always hit back on the 3 vital behaviors. And they're so simple. And that's what's crazy. There are 3 simple things you have to do every single day, but if you focus on those and commit to those every single day, you will see your business change. And the second that I made that commitment to those changes and to those behaviors, and the second that I started being consistently working the business, carving out time every single day to work the business, stepping out of my comfort zone, I saw my business change. And it just blows my mind to say that I set goals last year to say that I would be a Star Diamond coach, and I'm sitting here on this call or on this video and I am a Star Diamond coach. It's kind of shocking because I said it, but I kind of said it and didn't believe it could happen. And now that I know it can happen, it motivates me to set even bigger goals and to be even more ambitious, because now I know that, if I do the work and I really work hard and I stay committed to that, everything that I want and everything that God has for me, it's available to me, but it's going to require me to do some work, and it's going to require me to be committed and consistent. So that was, I think, my biggest surprise. How my life has changed from Beachbody coaching. To be honest, I used to be a very unhealthy, a very unhappy, and a very unfulfilled person. I stressed out a lot about everything. I worried about everything. I was fearful. I was struggling financially. I wasn't really sure the direction my life was going. And now I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. At 30 years old, I look way better than I did when I was 16, 17. I can even beat guys in push-up contests, which is pretty cool. I can walk and be confident in my skin. And for the past 28 years of my life, I struggled with that. I never felt comfortable and confident in my skin. I mean, I can remember being 5 years old and looking at people and being like insecure about it. And now I don't have that because I've worked hard for my body. I've worked hard. I've put in the hours. I've put in the months, the years, the training, the commitment to eating healthy and working out and being accountable. And I love my body now. I love everything about it. Even my flaws, I love them because they're me and they're mine. I work on myself internally, so I invest in personal development. I read one personal development book every week or two. I mean, just constantly filling myself with positivity and motivational stuff. My spiritual life is better. Every morning I start my day in prayer and devotion and journaling and really spending time with God and connecting with Him, because I believe that this was a godsend and this was a great opportunity that God put in my life. And so it allows me to stay connected and grounded there. I'm fulfilled. I love what I do. Every day I do what I love, and I can't imagine doing anything else except doing more within this business. And, now I'm working on some other things that are within this Beachbody business. I'm working on a cookbook. I'm working on fitness videos. I became a personal trainer. I'm looking to host, to start teaching group fitness classes and doing some public speaking and writing books about just my whole journey and how to motivate people and keep them accountable. So my life has changed dramatically from Beachbody, and it was all started with the decision to push past my fears and to give it a shot, give it a try. And hopefully this video, if you're on the fence about coaching or you're not quite sure, hopefully this video gives you a little bit more insight about my experience, and hopefully it just helps you to kind of understand that Beachbody coaching can actually be an awesome opportunity for you. So thanks so much for watching this video, and hopefully if you're watching this video because I sent you the link or someone on our team sent you the link, if you decide to be a coach, then that means that we get to work together, and I would love that opportunity and that privilege to work with you, to help you to build your business, to grow your business, to have more success. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can contact me directly. But thanks again. Have a great day. Make it a successful day, and hopefully if you do decide to become a coach, that you join on our team and we can work together for your success.